disarray.
Brendan's and people come after him straight away.
I mean, what happens on Reddit to him, and he's actually a really sweet guy.
I love him. I felt like he got a raw deal, you know?
Yeah.
And that girl, like, the way she was like, the way they were trying, oh, sorry, we didn't mean to...
You were making the Reddit cooking up.
I would love to have you guys on it.
I'm doing my podcast. I started a new podcast.
New one.
The Bryan Callen Show.
Yeah.
It's just me.
Just you talking.
Yeah.
How long is it?
Like an hour, maybe less sometimes. I'm not doing a lot.
Whatever you feel
And
like.
then I got Conspiracy Social Club, of course, on Rockfin. We keep growing. And Best Of, which...
We all know the podcast scene here in America is completely unrivaled, unmatched, and unique. Nowhere else in the world are people making as much money, getting as big and as famous as podcasters are doing here in the States. So it should come as no surprise that when anything happens in the podcast world here, it is heard around the world. Well, today we're going to take a look at how English YouTuber and podcaster Geordie went on the Flagrant podcast and actually gave his opinion on what he thinks of the entire Bobby Lee, Khalyla, and Brendan Schaub drama. Spoiler alert, he sided with Brendan Schaub. Also, Bryan Callen gives us more proof that he is slowly but surely doing his own thing, building his own things away from Brendan Schaub. He just announced he is doing his own 1-hour podcast by himself. And lastly, Brendan Schaub officially finally announced a date for a fight companion with himself, Joe Rogan, Bryan Callen, and Eddie Bravo on September 3rd. So let's take a look. Khalyla Khan really exposed herself when the entire situation, the entire drama with Brendan Schaub went down. The situation completely spiraled out of control, and it was very clear to everyone who started the situation.
You should walk me to my truck. I'm like, so what? I can blow you? Like what?
Wait,
like,
who was it? Oh.
But it's just like, it's like, why would I?
Wait, I love that we have the same people that.
Yes, the same ones come
want us to
He
walk
came for you.
Oh, he came for me so hard, and we know his chick.
And like the thing that I think is like at least a little bit better. The fact.
Well, a few days ago, like I mentioned, YouTuber and podcaster Geordie was on Flagrant Podcast and talked about the drama with Bobby Lee, Khalyla, and Brendan Schaub. The interesting thing is this YouTuber has been through tough situations and cancellation attempts, so I think his perspective on the situation is very valuable. But he essentially ended up saying that Khalyla and Annie were very, very wrong for doing what they did on their podcast, trashing Brendan Schaub publicly. Because they 100% knew about the subreddit. They knew that if they talked about Brendan Schaub, they would essentially give the subreddit more information to attack Schaub with. And that is exactly what happened. That is exactly what sparked the entire situation and caused what it caused. And I've also talked about this on previous videos about how Khalyla tried to downplay the situation. She tried to downplay her actions on this entire drama, which essentially ended up causing this huge mess.
Yeah. What was said was that there was a guy, he was unfunny. I came back with, oh, that's a big clue. And that's something about a peach emoji. And then...
But my thing with that, Clyde, do you think that's nice?
Oh, no. But I didn't say your name. But it's hang on one second, Brendan. Let me ask you this. If we're having this discussion about something that happened in the past and we're having a giggly little girl talk, where is the crime in that?
There's no crime. You can do whatever you want.
Right.
I have no issue with that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, no issue with it. Anyway, is that nice? That's all.
I have gone to you and said, if I could go back, if I had known that a tiny little giggly girl talk was going to spiral into this, I would have wired my mouth.
You guys remember the Brendan Schaub Khalyla drama? There were threats of lawsuits. There were intense fights through the phone, and long-term relationships were annihilated in a matter of days, all because of her little girly talk. This is what I mean when I say that she tried to downplay her actions, and it's a very clear sign of manipulation at its best. And if you made it this far, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps out a lot. We will be trying to put out content at least 3 times a week for now, and we'll ramp it up in the near future. Thank you. Now, Andrew Schultz said something very interesting and something very deep. Let me know what you guys think about this one, but basically, Geordie said that he saw the podcast, the LA or the US podcast community, as this competitive environment and this very vicious and aggressive arena.
Yeah, that's a crazy apology video.
You have a habit of pulling people, though. I seen when Brendan sat down and you were like, so, did you ask her for a blowjob then, or what? Like, Brendan Schaub. Like,
Did you ask Annie to walk you to your truck?
Oh, walk in your truck. Yeah. Well, honestly,
the whole thing with Bobby and all of that now, that's like crazy.
Yeah,
Podcasts in America, you lot need to fucking like be
it's a
friends.
soap opera, bro.
Like, it's embarrassing how competitive these people are.
Can I tell you
Stop
something?
talking shit about each other.
Can I tell you something that happened? This is the power vacuum. What are they laughing at? What happened? What I missed?
What I missed?
No, but the power vacuum when Rogan left LA. Notice this is all post Rogan LA.
So weird.
When the fucking king was in LA,
he seemed to like keep everyone in order.
Everybody was in line.
Yeah.
And not only was everybody in order, everybody took orders. So if Rogan was helping everybody out, you guys had to help everybody out. These are the rules. He leaves. Disarray.
Brendan's and people come after him straight away.
I mean, what happens on Reddit to him, and he's actually a really sweet guy.
I love him.
Really nice.
He's a fucking.
He's one of the inspiration. People want to say what they want about his comedy, but the guy,
he's 3 years in comedy.
The guy was a fucking top 10 heavyweight in MMA. He's done well. He's done a bit of successful comedian, whatever people think about it. I felt like he got a raw deal, you know.
I
and
think
that girl, like the way she was like. The way they were trying, oh, sorry, we didn't mean to.
Oh, no, you meant
fuck
it.
off.
You know what it was. And you were engaging the Reddit. You were making the Reddit cook it up.
Yeah.
And honestly, when we had him on, we had like a talk with him about like, I think that you have to, like we were talking about, I think you have to face this head on. I think you have to be funny about this. Like you have all these people who are listening to your content, consuming your content, and they're using it to make fun of you. But at the same time, they're consuming it. Engage with them. Make fun of this.
When Joe Rogan was around in LA, he had everybody on check. Everybody was nice to each other. He was nice to everybody, so naturally, everybody else was nice to each other. A little bit too nice, actually. Joe Rogan created this culture of, and I don't mind it. I think it's great. But Joe Rogan started this culture of essentially saying that everybody is the best person you've ever met, and that everybody is the funniest person you've ever seen.
That's gonna be fun. Eddie's gonna be in it. He just sent me a video today. I didn't look at it yet. Oh,
love him.
Yeah, miss Eddie.
I know, man.
Oh, he's the best. The best.
Is he just? He's just not doing any.
So naturally, this was a prime environment for Bappa to thrive in. But when Joe Rogan left and took that environment with him, everybody started going at Brendan Schaub's neck. Nowadays, it's not uncommon to hear another comic or somebody else completely trash Brendan Schaub on their show. Now, what I think is very interesting is how this guy is the very first person, the first public person to talk about Khalyla and tell the truth about her actions, about what she did. Because at the end of the day, I'm not here to try and defend Brendan Schaub, but he did go on Tiger Belly, owned up to his mistakes, and essentially apologized for the way he handled the situation. But on the other hand, Khalyla did not apologize once. In her head, she was not wrong at all. So moving on to the next thing. I actually talked about this on my previous video, but now we have more evidence of Bryan Callen actually branching off and doing his own thing. On the last Fighter and the Kid episode with when Brendan Schaub wasn't there, he announced that he is starting his own 1-hour podcast. And you can tell nobody knew about it by taking a look at Chain's reaction. To be fair, I do see a world in which Bryan never leaves the podcast, but he has been starting new projects, new individual projects over the last couple of months. At the very least, I feel like he is securing or trying to secure his income in the future, just in case the Fighter and the Kid podcast would not continue. The thing is, Brendan Schaub has so many podcasts. He does so many shows. I mean, he's also doing stand-up comedy. So it's just humanly impossible to pay attention to any one project. Yes, podcasting is just sitting down and talking, so it's a bit easier. It's a bit of an easier way of producing content. But at the end of the day, if you're doing the same thing day in, day out for months and months and months, you eventually run out of things to talk about because you're not experiencing new things. Your life is very, very repetitive. So at some point, you'll start thinking that the small things that happen in your life are actually very interesting, and they're not. At some point, you do need to go through different or have different experiences that you can in live so that you can share with your fans. And that is exactly what Bryan Callen is doing. He's traveling, he's working on a new YouTube show, he's working on his new stand-up comedy. The man is old, but clearly he is working and trying fresher ideas. and trying to be creative, which I gotta give him respect for. And finally, Brendan Schaub has officially announced the date for a fight companion with Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, and Bryan Callen. It should be an interesting watch, and I'll definitely be tuning in.
And then the original fight commands coming back will be on Rogan September 3rd. Rogan, Eddie, Callen, me.
Y'all are doing it here?
No, we're all going to Austin.
Wow. That's going to be fun. Eddie's going to be in it?
Mm-hmm.
He just sent me a video today. I didn't look at it yet.
He's the best.
Oh.
Love him.
Yeah, miss Eddie.
I know, man. I miss
Oh,
Eddie
he's the
too.
Can you
best.
imagine this being another legendary moment in which Joe Rogan tells Brendan Schaub to reevaluate his career? That would be insane. Obviously, that's not going to happen. And actually thinking back to when Rogan did that to Brendan Schaub, now it kind of looks like a douchey move. I understand the tough love and all that, but doing it on a live stream seems a little bit rough in my opinion. And you might argue that Joe Rogan gave him the chance to delete the stream, to take down the stream afterwards, but you know how the internet works. If you upload it and then you take it down, more people are going to upload copies of it and it's going to get even more attention. In my opinion, Brendan Schaub did take a big L at first when the whole drama, when everything went down. First, I did question if maybe his reaction was an overreaction and an attempt to maybe cover up his attempt to cheat on his wife or whatever. But now looking back to it, you know, his story kind of makes sense. You know, him having information about somebody from the Tiger Belly crew having something to do with his subreddit that has been harassing him for the past couple of years, and him getting real bad information on Khalyla, not just gold digging accusations. No, he got some crazy information about her. Some of that information has slowly been coming out, and now Bobby Lee and her are no longer together. So it really seems now that Brendan Schaub didn't really take the L in that situation. And I really think she miscalculated the results of what her actions would bring out, because you can tell that she was not aware of the type of hate that Brendan Schaub used to get. It'll be interesting to see how things play out later on in the future. And that's it for today. Again, if you made it this far, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Don't forget to leave your comment down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.